Well, Lego Star Wars gets a release date, Bad Batch is coming soon, and we got some late-breaking news casting about Ahsoka. Give us 5 minutes, and we'll give you the galaxy.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force. Many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view.
Another week, another flood of news, rumors, clickbait, and conversation. This is Pete Fletzer, and welcome to Disturbances in the Force. Well, after literally years of delays, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga finally has an official release date of April 5th, 2022. On Thursday morning, a 6.5-minute trailer dropped, complete with extensive looks at gameplay. The game's going to be available on Xbox platforms, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, as well as PCs. Players will be able to play through all 9 of the saga films, visit 24 planets, and play as over 300 characters. More information on the title can be found at StarWars.com. And while Star Wars fans patiently wait for information and formal announcements about release dates for upcoming live-action properties like Andor and Obi-Wan Kenobi, news silently broke on the next season of The Bad Batch. In a sidebar found in the latest print version of Star Wars Insider magazine, it said that the animated sequel to the Clone Wars series is getting season number 2 in the spring of this year. There were no further details included other than it will be starring, no surprise, D. Bradley Baker, the voice of all the clones in Bad Batch and the Clone Wars, and Michelle Ang, who voiced the young clone Omega. There's no word on how many episodes season 2 will be, but the first season featured 16. In an interview with Radio Times this week, Ming-Na Wen, the actress who plays Master Assassin Fennec Shand in the Book of Boba Fett, talked about her feelings about the show, and she said, quote, "I really hope that fans want to go back and see the whole thing over again in a different light after, knowing how things have," I'm being very careful with my words here, "how things have evolved and all these other elements that have come into play." She went on to say, in reference to creators Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they are so knowledgeable about this world, about Star Wars, and they're such huge fans that they know how to set up pieces and make moves that you don't even know are coming. Well, Star Wars music fans got a pleasant surprise this week when part 1 of the Book of Boba Fett soundtrack dropped on Spotify and many other music platforms. Featuring music from chapters 1 through 4 of the show, composed by Joseph Shirley and Ludwig Göransson, listeners are treated to 17 songs over 65 minutes of soundtrack. Göransson, who won Grammys for his work on The Mandalorian and an Oscar for Black Panther, is sharing scoring duties on the show with Joseph Shirley, who has over 30 composing credits to his name, including Disney's The Mysterious Benedict Society. Cuts on the soundtrack include the theme song for the show and titles like The Twins, The Mod Parlor, and Stop That Train. The Book of Boba Fett soundtrack is available now wherever you get your music. Well, some exclusive rumors regarding the Kenobi and Andor live-action Star Wars shows from Disney Plus dropped today from our friends over at Star Wars Sessions in the UK. First, their sources tell them that Andor has been shot without the use of the volume, the groundbreaking video wall technology that's been used extensively for both Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian. They also revealed that the show will be, quote, very dark. Their sources went so far as to call it Born of the Star Wars universe. And it is a fact that Tony Gilroy, the showrunner, was a big part of the creation of the Bourne series of films. This matches rumblings of other Around the Galaxy sources. On the Obi-Wan Kenobi front, sources tell Star Wars Sessions that it is being billed in the studio as the biggest Star Wars event in years, and that the limited series will, quote, shock everyone. This is a very new story for Obi-Wan, and that, quote, people aren't prepared for how different this show is going to be. All generations of fans will be catered to. This is truly transitional Star Wars. There are still no official release dates for either Andor or Kenobi. And finally, in some late-breaking news that came from The Hollywood Reporter, claiming that actress Mary Elizabeth Winstead has joined the cast of the live-action Disney Plus series Ahsoka. Winstead was most recently seen in the Netflix thriller Kate, and before that, played Huntress in 2019's Birds of Prey. The actress was in 10 Cloverfield Lane, as well as Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. There is still no official word on the shooting or release date for the series, starring Rosario Dawson reprising her role as the title character. Well, that wraps it up for this week's Disturbances in the Force. Make sure to check out the Around the Galaxy podcast for weekly one-on-one interviews with the people behind the fandom. This Thursday, Around the Galaxy celebrates our 150th episode with me as the guest. So please subscribe for regular updates. Follow us on all your social media channels at ATGcast and visit our website at atgcast.com to keep up with us, find our merch, and get information about supporting the show as an ATGcast patron. Thank you so much for listening, and may the Force be with you.